Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So, as promised, I'm just finishing off a couple of the videos from my son's house. If anybody is out in Pennsylvania and they get near Mechanicsburg, there's something known as the Williams Grove Farmers Flea Market, 1 Steam Engine Hill Road, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And what's interesting is not at the property of the flea market, kind of across the street and down a little ways, is the remnants of an abandoned amusement park. And you guys could Google, William Grove abandoned amusement park. It's beyond cool. The roller coaster is still there, and according to pictures folks have posted, it looks like all the cars are still there from the roller coaster. I guess the roller coaster is more or less intact except for what the weather did to it, but the cars are there and so forth. The flea market is kind of on one side of a stream, and the amusement park is across the road and on another side of a stream. And some of the bridges that cross the stream have been dismantled, and some of them have barriers, and some of them lead you directly where the amusement park is, and it looks like it's a populated area. It looks like somebody's living there, so it doesn't look like oh, I'm here to look at the roller coaster, and by the way, I'm walking across your front yard where you have all these post-it signs. So it doesn't look like it's all that easy to access for somebody who likes to explore abandoned amusement parks. But some folks have documented it fairly well on the internet, so go take a look. Turns out it was destroyed by Hurricane Angus in 1972. But they rebuilt it, and it ran into 2005. And basically, the guy running it was an older gentleman. I guess he was in his 80s. And the family wanted to pay more attention to William Grove Speedway. And then you have the flea market, and you have like these railroad tracks that encircle the flea market area. And that's run by a local steam engine enthusiast group. And they kind of fund themselves and fund the property with the flea market so that they could keep their steam engines going and their little railroad course around the property going. So it's really a cool place, and I truly do recommend taking the time to get there and go see it. And there's quite a bit in that area. Anyway, at this flea market, I picked up. A lot of people sell stuff like for 50 cents. Like this is a Dell keyboard USB, was 50 cents. This obnoxious guy in the background here, he was $1. These lights, these Halloween lights, I got 2 of them. They match, but they got kind of flicker light bulbs in them. So, they should have been $10. I paid $1 each for them. In the land, like this guy was $1. It's one of those headlights you put on your head. These light bulbs in this plastic container, they were $1. I picked up, there's 70 of these, all various kinds. They were $35 for $1. If anybody's bought these recently, you realize that you could buy the assortment pack cheap, but they have every piece that you don't need. So there's those. This guy, I think he was $1. It's a tripod. A lot of times when you're looking at tripods, particularly used tripods, make sure they come with the thing you stick your camera on here. So that was, you know, a buck. This fire extinguisher, I only paid 50 cents for it. Somebody twisted the gauge off here, but it actually feels like it's full. Maybe not. There is some white mist in there. It feels like there's something in it. I bought this basically. I'm gonna give it as a gift to. I have friends that build bikes, and what I'd like to do is see one of them end up with it. This thing, LED, right? You could aim them. That was $2. You can see the $2 there. This is where is it? This is Husky, and you guys could see all those millimeter wrenches are in there. So it goes from 6 up to 18. They did skip 14, which is not great. Then you see all these here, 10. All the metric ones are here. Over here on the SAE side, they have 3/8, but then they're missing the one below that, and the one below that, and then they have the smallest one, which is 1/4. So missing a couple. This here, I just finished filling out the set by adding the 11/16 and 3/4. I had them in the Hoard. Anyway, this whole set was only $6 for Husky. Supposedly they're guaranteed forever, but if you take your Husky stuff over to Home Depot and try to get them to do anything with the warranty, you'll walk out of there just uttering profanity under your breath. I went in there with a $2,500 order for replacement windows. I was doing the replacement windows on the house, and I had all the sizes right in front of me, and I brought in 2 broken Husky ratchets. And I went into Home Depot and I said, I'm all ready to buy all these windows from you. And the guy over in the tool section said, yeah, you're in the wrong section. I said, yeah, but I'm not buying these windows unless you replace these 2 ratchets. I've been here a few times and you refuse to replace the ratchets. And now I'm not buying these windows here if you don't replace these ratchets. And he says, well, I have no power over that. And I said, well, call the store manager, who came down and told me I'm not replacing those ratchets. You have to mail them in just like it says. And I went to the wall and I took the thing off. And on the back of one of the ratchets on the wall, it says, bring it back to Home Depot. It didn't say anything about mailing it anywhere. And I said, here I am at Home Depot and I want you to honor your warranty or I'm not buying these windows. And he said, I'm not going to do that. And I said, okay. And I went right over to Lowe's, and they were happy to sell me the windows. And as a matter of fact, I probably could have been difficult. They probably would have given me free cobalt ratchets to get the $2,500 order. So I don't know if you guys have both Home Depot and Lowe's next to you. Generally speaking, if you get a Lowe's credit card where they give you an instant 5% off, that instant 5% off takes you basically down to the Home Depot price. So their prices are basically the same. Cobalt tools, I think, are a little better than the Husky tools, though some people might say no, that's not true. But the little bit I've worked with the Cobalt stuff, I seem to like their stuff. Just thoughts. Anyway, for me, Home Depot is actually a better store for most of the stuff I'm after. So I find myself in Home Depot more often than I want to be buying things if I can't get them at a local plumbing supply store or someplace like that. Though generally speaking, I deliberately avoid Home Depot, even if it means paying a little bit more, because you know, don't tell me something and then not live up to it. Or if when I ended up with the ratchets, they would have said, hey, you're screwed. We're not going to honor the warranty. This is a joke. Then I understand. Okay, I know what I'm getting into. But anyway, just me. We talked about that. What I did also, guy sold me these 12 locks for $10, and they're master locks. And the trick is they are all keyed exactly the same. And those of you who know I have a hoard of sheds out back realize that I now have 12 locks and 24 keys that are all exactly the same. I mean, these aren't the greatest locks in the world. I don't know where they're made. Made in China. Another job lost. So that part is unfortunate. But anyway, for $10 I got 12 locks, all keyed the same. Now I have 24 of the same keys, and that'll just make it easier for dealing with the sheds. These were in somebody's dollar box. We used to call these battery pliers. I don't know, because they happen to be just the right size for getting the lugs off of the old-fashioned batteries, and then kind of see the taper on them for kind of getting this under the terminal and wiggling them off. So, but snap-on pliers $1. You guys already know that I'm really partial to the, extension. That was 50 cents. These were 50 cents each. This was 50 cents. And I think that was 50 cents. Just a punch. And I think that's all of it. So yeah, I guess that wraps up William Grove. Anyway, once again, if anybody is in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, you're not far from Hershey or Carlisle or Lancaster. All those things are within, 25 miles, I'd say. I'm not sure how far out of Philadelphia you are, 50, 75, something like that. But good area to go, vacation, not far from where my son lives. So, someplace I like to hang out. Oh, one last thing. Let me just show you this light. This was a $1 item, and homie just likes stuff like this. I don't know if you guys could see it flashing or what it's doing to the camera, but let me tell you, it flashes. So, that was $1. And why did I buy it? Because I thought it was cool, and you could see, obviously, it runs on 12 volts. So that, I don't know, homie likes flashing lights. I guess that's all of it. Folks, I want to thank you all for coming by and watching and commenting and giving me good advice. Remember, keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please, please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now.